Hi, welcome to Make Something with me, Dave Picciuto, and today we're gonna do something really wacky. We're gonna make 3 of these little boxes. We're gonna stain 1 with coffee, 1 with a Coca Cola, and we're gonna leave 1 a natural finish. Stick around to see how they look. Today's video is sponsored by
Microjig, maker of the gripper. Work safer, work smarter.
So I want to use these stains on real projects. So I'm making 3 boxes. 1 for the Coca Cola stain, 1 for the coffee stain, and then 1 without stain at all. So all the boxes are going to have mitered corners. I've already got 1 side cut, and we're going to use the stop block to cut the second mitered corner. So now we're going to cut a groove in each one of the pieces to hold a plywood bottom. Now over here at the workbench, we're going to glue these up with some masking tape and some wood glue. Do not forget to put in your bottoms. I've done this before. So now we're going to reinforce the corners with splines using my spline jig on the table saw. If you want to learn how to make the spline jig, check out the link down below. So now we're going to take these splines that we just cut and glue them in place. So now that the splines have had a little bit of time to dry, we're going to cut them off with a flush trim saw and then sand these down. So I just have a regular bottle of Coke here, and I'm going to heat it up on the stove just to thicken it up a little bit. I have no scientific background on heating up Coke. I don't know if this is actually going to work or make it better or make it worse. I'm just experimenting here. All right, it's looking good. It's coming to a boil, thickening up just a little bit. I'm gonna remove this here shortly and let it cool. Okay, so before we apply finish to these boxes, let me tell you how you can support me in the show. Patreon members get extended vlogs every week, plus we do weekly giveaways. And we will be giving away these boxes here, but only to our Patreon members. So if you want to learn more about how to support me on Patreon, check out the link down below. Also, if you like what I'm doing and you want to help support the show, share this video if you think I've earned it. Sharing my videos on Facebook and Twitter helps get the word out. Let me know in the comments down below what experimental finishes you'd like to see me try in the future. All right, back to the video. Let's get some Coca Cola and some coffee on these boxes. All right, here goes nothing. I have no idea what to expect here. All right, so that's the Coca Cola. This is what it looked like before. A little bit of Coca Cola brown in there. So we'll let that dry. And then we'll apply a coat of wax. And on this one, we'll put some coffee on there. Okay, so for the coffee blend, I'm just boiling some water and I'm gonna dump in a whole bunch of coffee, grounds and all, and kind of mix it up in there. So even though there'll be some grounds in the finish, we can wipe that off once it's dry. So what do we got here? Folgers Gourmet Supreme Dark Roast. Nice and black. Smells good, even for Folgers. All right, let's get this coffee on here and see what it looks like. Almost kind of like a greenish tint on this red oak here. I will say that coffee is the best smelling stain I've ever used. Also by far the messiest. This is the box with no stain, and then this is the coffee stained one. All right, so let's let that dry and we'll put some wax on it. All right, well here they are. This is the unstained one. This is the Coca-Cola one. And then this is the coffee one. My least favorite is the coffee, as it has a slightly weird, unnatural tint to it. And then the Coca-Cola is just barely different than the natural wax only one. It has a slightly darker, more brown, maybe amberish color. And it turns out the Coca-Cola one was my favorite, although not that different from the one without any stain at all. So very fun experiment. Leave a comment down below which one was your favorite and what you would like to see me use as stain in the future. Every Thursday we have new project videos, and every Tuesday we do experiments like this, shop upgrades, and woodworking tips. So be sure to subscribe to get notified when those videos come out. I will be giving these guys away to my Patreon members. If you want to learn how to support me on Patreon, there will be a link down below. All right, that is it. As always, be safe, be passionate, and make something. Hi, welcome to Make Something with me, David Picciuto, and today we're going to take this cheap thrift store guitar amp and turn it into a wall hanging guitar amp. A couple months ago, I was in Indiana at what's called Antique Alley, and while there's a thrift shop in town where I found this cheap guitar amp for 30 bucks. So today we're going to gut this, take it apart, and make this wall hanging guitar amp. Stick around to see how it's done.